So, with the intro finally out of the way for you, I get to show my true persona, old man shouting at clouds, sharing what's really important to me, what truly matters, which of course is things that entirely possible don't even exist. I'm going to kick it straight off with a rant. This is a rant that I have to get off my chest early about the sheer number of online clips that feature ghosts or demons peeking around corners. I cannot count the number of times I've raged about this to friends and family, usually while they pretend not to hear me or even know who I am. But I have a much larger audience. Do not look at the view count and come back to me on that one. One thing I can guarantee you won't see on this site, unless of course, you do, in which case I've really shot myself in the foot, is what I've been calling a peaky. Please feel free to drop a comment if you have a better name for these. These are online clips, usually but not exclusively shot on a potato, which often start with a couple of minutes of heavy breathing. I mean, really heavy breathing. Darth Vader would likely comment that it was a bit too much, but if done for effect, it's fine. Maybe dial it back a little. But if you're breathing that heavily, you probably need to book an appointment with the GP. Seriously, go get checked out. You'll thank me. Anyway, I digress. So, after a couple of minutes of the heavy breathing, with our protagonist wandering around a pitch black house in abject terror with just a mobile phone torch or camera flash for a light, please do give me a like if your first thought when you feel abject terror and start breathing like you've just finished the London Marathon is to turn on a light, or in fact, all the lights. There's a climactic 1.5 seconds of a blurry face peeking around a corner or an open door. Heights of this face vary from ground level, which seems odd. Is the spirit lying on the floor, pushing itself headfirst around a corner, or they're almost at ceiling height, which I suppose is to suggest something unnaturally tall and possibly demonic, and anywhere in between. My question always remains, why? Look, I get when this is done for effect and jump scares, but when the sell is that they're real, you have to draw the line. I'm old school when it comes to hauntings, whether it's the stone tape theory with apparitions repeating their last moments in life, or active spirits trying to pass on an important message from the beyond, like who killed them, where the money is hidden, or a guilty admission of accidentally treading on a gerbil. Believe me, it happens more often than you'd think. There's a logic. Make peakies make sense. Life is finally over, and with a choice of heading straight off to eternal life, heading up or down depending, or going back to visit loved ones to pass on the previously mentioned important message, read gerbils. Who chooses? No, what I actually want to do with the afterlife is wait in an abandoned building or random home until someone turns up with a really, really low quality camera, a hand shaking so much you think they were actively being tased, and then peek silently round a corner from at least 100 yards away in the hopes it might appear on a clip show one day, hoping for Zach or Jack, but any clip show would do just fine. Not for me. As I'll always say, believe what you want. I'm not claiming that what I think is the only way to think, but question what you see. It might be supernatural and unexplained, but it's still allowed to follow at least basic logic. If these spirits were once human, why wouldn't they continue to act that way? Believe what you want to believe, but make it make sense. Later.